Last year, the UN Secretary General launched the campaign for sustainable energy for all. The aim of that campaign is to ensure universal access to modern energy.
We cannot have an access to medias if we don't have accessible energy sources.
In India, there are about 9,000 remote villages that have absolutely no access to grid power.
2.7 billion people live without access to clean cooking facilities.
I mean, it's not about what I think. India has a huge potential and there's not really any alternatives around.
Access to energy is one of the most important factors to reduce poverty.
So we have so much potential, we have so many resources, they would need to be developed.
There is a lot of energy produced today, but it is not accessible to everyone.
I would tell these students, don't worry if the politicians are not listening to you. You start listening to yourselves and start organizing yourselves to do things that really will benefit society. And once you do that, then clearly government will have to listen.
I love electricity.
As we go further, we see that without energy, it would be impossible for having economic growth.
We're all consuming energy. My main concern is that we don't realize the power that the consumer has to demand for cleaner and more sustainable sources.
Solar energy is actually cheaper than energy from, let's say, diesel electric generation, which many people are using. And if you look at the rate at which solar energy costs are likely to fall, within another 5 or 6 years, at the margin, solar energy will be as competitive as conventional energy.
So the problem which needs to be also looked at is not just the access to energy, but also designing buildings which don't use so much energy.
It is important to look at energy as a main driver for our societies, but we need to be able to manage them in a very efficient and a very sustainable way.
So like if the countries get united and give out one idea and try to be united or come together as one.
Why can't we come together for a source, for an alternative, for a breakthrough? Why not energy for all? Why can't we join hands for this?
When it comes to consumption and distribution, the demand will double in the next 20 years. So we're facing a very challenging environment and we need to react very quickly.
Governments should make forums for youth where we get listened to. We appreciate the effort by the UN in the process of making the new development agenda. The post-2015 process is a step in the right direction.
We are all sailing in one village called a globe. You cannot isolate yourselves from our problems. You are part of it. We have to sail together. We have to reach there together.